dealt with their share of tough playoff losses, but, you know, you talked to point guard Mike Conley, and as he told us before the game, he still feels a championship is within reach.
We feel like we're a team that's had to go through a lot of adversity. We've been through a lot of things that's set us back. You know, we feel like we can be just as good as anybody else, and why not us?
One big reason why not them is what happened to Conley. Greg losing him in the playoffs last year was the biggest adversity they went through. Can you make a case that it just made them tougher, or did it really take something out of them?
You know, Kevin, it's really hard to say. A tough break, obviously, losing Mike, and I mean that literally as well. But their problems did set them back, and maybe they can be just as good as anybody else, but until they are, they're going to have some issues.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
So on the 4 for Memphis. Handoff is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. A lot of defense with Conley and Lee in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 3 side. And the one thing Thiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Lee outside. Carter left side. Puts it up. No good from Gasol. The Hawks trail by 3. Up the floor. Splitter, that's good.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with your partner.
Lee dishes to Conley. Gasol goes in. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Marc Gasol.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Now we know that Marc Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark all along most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs.
Atlanta making a switch here. Korver's checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Green, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. Outside Teague. Horford with a screen on Conley. Teague kicks to Horford. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Horford's got 13 points.
Marc Gasol, a first-time All-Star starter last season. He and his brother Powell both starting in that game. The first time that's ever happened in league history, and having both those guys go head-to-head.
Here's Bazemore. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And now running it up the court, Green pushing it all the way. Took him no time at all on that one. He's got 6. The Hawks trail by 3.
Oh, listen, no doubt you could argue Marc Gasol is the best center in the league right now. I mean, this guy does it all. Defends, rebounds, passes, scores. I mean, he's also a great teammate. They all love him. And to me, that matters in the big picture. When you're talking about developing chemistry and trust, sometimes the difference between winning and winning it all is whether or not your teammates like you.
Here's Lee. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 3 assists now in this one.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Horford. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Atlanta making some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Splitter. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Wright, he's checked in for Randolph. Barnes comes in for Vince Carter. Allen's checked in for Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Here's Schroeder after Jeff Green's bucket. Millsap a screen. Schroeder passes to Millsap. Outside for Korver, and stolen by Wright. Fast break Memphis. For the finish. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Fast break Memphis. Ball going up court. And Allen slams it in.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Here's Horford following the score by Memphis.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And right, here we go. And that's going to be too many steps. It's the whistle on the travel. Atlanta making a switch here. Cephalosha's checked in. Marc Gasol is checked in for the Grizzlies. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 9 points. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Green with the block, but they get it back. Hardaway kicks to Horford. Gasol with the steal.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
4 seconds left. That one wide left. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Grizzlies ending the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports.